Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma Pickering. This channel is about beauty and lifestyle. Please remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. So today we are going to talk about The Ordinary. The Ordinary is a revolutionary brand that has released, and it aims at giving skincare at an affordable price. Their slogan of their company is skincare with integrity. So they run under the company DCM, and what the brand The Ordinary is focused on is offering technologies but at a price that they actually are, rather than other companies who upmark the price just to sell the things and tell you that it's advanced when it actually isn't. So just reading from the website a little blurb, The Ordinary exists to communicate with integrity and bring to the market effective, more familiar technologies at honourable prices, which they do. The skincare ranges, the products, nothing is more than about 25 New Zealand dollars, so it is really affordable. What I'm here to talk to you today about is their primers. So they've recently reduced two primers. You have a fluid one, which is their High-Spreadability fluid primer, and a primer which is silicone based, which is their High-Adherence silicone primer. And I want to kind of give you a rundown about these primers, and what I'm going to do is I have put half on one side of my face and half on the other, and I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day to basically see which one lasts the longest. So to start off with, we'll talk about the High-Spreadability fluid primer. So reading a little bit from the website, this says that this is a new generation of primer. It's a lightweight serum-like formulation that increases the spreadability of makeup to help avoid the unnatural and even accumulation of pigment, especially around the eyes and on dry skin. The formula also acts as a light, non-oily surface hydrator and for a natural dewy look. So that is that one. I have this one on the left side of my face, and I can say that compared to the other side, it may be a little bit more dewy, but they are pretty similar. This is, if I open the bottle, is quite gloopy and it is fluid-like. It does feel silicone-y on the skin and quite greasy and oily, but it does really hydrate. I have worn this primer in the past and I get dry patches on my skin, and I must admit that it is hydrating and I don't get as many dry patches as I usually would, which is really cool. So moving on to the next primer, which is the High-Adherence silicone primer. So reading from the website about this one, this says this is an advanced adaptive silicones to act as a matte hydrating blurring primer for makeup that looks higher in definition and adheres longer. Can be used alone as a non-greasing hydrator to reduce the look of pores and imperfections. So this one here is more cream-like. I will squirt a bit out to show you. As you can see, it is more cream-like and more silicone-y. So this is a silicone primer, so it's meant to fill in those pores. I must admit, putting them on either side of my face, this one does fill in those pores a little bit better and those fine lines. But in regards to the finish, I think they're much for muchness. I don't think this is any different in regards to finish compared to the fluid primer. The only difference I think between the two, that this one really does fill in those pores a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in my face and see if you can see any difference. So this is the side that has the silicone primer, and this is the one that has the fluid primer. You can just kind of see along here that these pores are a little bit more visible than this side, and this side probably does look a little bit more flawless than the fluid side. So what I'm going to do today is I have a lot to do and I have people to see, and it's going to be a really hot day. So as I said, I have the fluid primer on this side and the silicone based one on this side. I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day on how they wear. I have applied my makeup like I would every day. I've used the LA Girl foundation, and I have set that with Coty Airspun powder. This is what I do every day, so I wanted to show you in real time and how I would just normally apply my makeup, what lasts longer and lasts a distance. So I'll see you at the next check-in. Hi guys, so it's 3 o'clock. This is my first check-in. Life just kind of got the better of me and I became really busy, so I thought I'd sit down and do a check-in now. All in all, looking in the mirror, things are pretty much the same on either side. Some wearing around my nose area, and that's the same on either side, but my pores are still hidden, and so far they're kind of working the same, except I've noticed my pores on this side are starting to show through a bit more than on this side, which is the fluid primer. So this probably lasts a bit longer in regards to minimizing pores and that kind of stuff, but in regards to being on the longevity of my makeup, it's lasting the same on both sides. Yes, I have lipstick on my chin. I'm trying not to touch up my makeup too much so I can give a legit review, but so far they're pretty much working the same. So we'll check in at the next one and see if there's any difference. As I said, just the pores have probably shown up a bit more on this side of my face than they are on this side, so that's the only thing I have really noticed so far. So I'll just carry on with my day as usual and have another check-in at some time when I remember. See you then. Hi guys, so it is now 6:30, so I've had this makeup on for the good part of 10 hours, which is a really long time. I must admit, I feel like the primers have increased the longevity of my makeup. This has stayed on for a really long time. It still looks pretty good, so I'm impressed. It's been 34 degrees or something today. It's been hot, I've been busy, I've been doing all sorts today, so this makeup has held up pretty good. In regards to the primers I use the High-Spreadability fluid primer on this side and the silicone primer on this side. I feel like the fluid primer worked better. So my pores are still hidden on this side compared to the silicone side, which they're a bit more visible. Also, you'll see here around my nose the patchiness. This is on the silicone side compared to this side is not as patchy, and also the silicone side went a lot more oilier, and I feel oily on this side. This side feels good, so which is weird because the silicone primer is meant to be mattifying, whereas I feel that the fluid primer has done a better job at concealing the oil and keeping my makeup on my face. So the verdict is that the verdict for me is that I prefer the fluid primer compared to the silicone primer. So if you're tossing up which one you want to buy, I prefer the fluid primer. I have combination skin, so it's working a lot better with my skin and has lasted distance a bit more. I just like that one better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to do any more check-ins because it's time this makeup came off my face. And remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I hope you all have a really good day and this video helped you out. Mwah!